Hello and welcome to episode 41 of Kitze. Today's Saturday, 9th of March, and I'm recording this at 3:33 p.m., meaning I won't have time to make this long because I also have to upload the episode from yesterday. So what I'm going to try to do is record a new episode today while at the same time I'm editing and doing and uploading the episode for yesterday. I also wanted to show you a little bit of my process of how I do the podcast and what are some of the things that I have in my checklist when doing the podcast. So before that, in this podcast, I'm talking about my personal self-development journey and trying to make it in life, whatever that means. We're going to discuss productivity, habits, startups, and if it sounds like your cup of tea, walk with me, put on your headphones, put on your shoes, and go for a walk. You're going to thank yourself later. If you're new here, I'm Kitze, the founder of Sizzy, the browser for developers, Benji, the Life OS, and Zero to Ship, the course that will help you finally ship your SaaS. Don't forget to send me comment questions, and I might answer them in the next video. All right, Benji review, sleep time and sleep score. For some reason, I went to sleep at 11. But I woke up at 4:30 a.m. Like, I don't know why. My stomach felt upset, even though I haven't had food since, like, yesterday we had lunch at 4 o'clock. And basically after 4:15, I haven't had any food. So I don't know why I woke up with an upset stomach. Maybe because the day before that, I ate an entire bag of milk bread. Maybe. Who would know? Like, it's still a mystery. Maybe we'll resolve it one day. But I woke up at 4:30 and I tried to go back to sleep. And I just couldn't. So I was just in bed until 5 and I'm like, fuck it. So the thing that I mentioned with the sensor, and this floor shouldn't be accessible from like 9 p.m. to 8 p.m. I shouldn't have access even on the stairs. Like, I shouldn't go downstairs. Maybe, yeah, because I might want to work out or whatever. But no, that never happens. I usually go downstairs to do something. And that wasn't blocked. So I just went downstairs. Even though I didn't have access to this computer, I got excited. What can I do in order to, spend the time before my computer unlocks at 8 o'clock. So what I was doing is thankfully Benji's unlocked on my phone. So I have downtime on iOS and most of the apps are blocked, but Google Maps, Apple Maps, the car app, Benji, and a bunch of other shit is unlocked all the time. So open Benji and I looked what I need to do, and then I just ignore all of it and I just did something else. That's still in Benji, but it's buried in some list. It just bugged me that my PC setup, my gaming setup, was actually very messy. Like, there's a lot of dangling cables and there's a lot of it looked very shitty. It looked horrible. So I decided to spend some time on that. And I spent time cable management, and everything looks spotless and clean right now. But then I was like, oh shit, it's like 7:30, 7:40 a.m. And then I started working at 8 a.m. So anyway, sleep time has been horrible. I feel exhausted, but I still did a workout. When 2 o'clock hit, I was like, it's 2:01. Do I stay? I'm going to also block that with cold turkey blocker. So what I'm going to do in cold turkey blocker is I'm going to set it to basically, I can show you more things in this podcast. For some reason, I haven't shown you a lot of these things before. So for people who are on audio, I'm going to try to walk you through what I'm doing here. Am I recording with my streaming setup? I am, because I'm a donut. So I won't be able to show you the screen today, even though I wanted. Oh, crap, dude. I am a real donut, huh? I guess I can just cut off the video here and then just start a new video. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And just like that, for you, it was magic. But I'm using OBS to stream at the same. I use the same software for streaming and for recording. And this morning and this day, I did like 2 streams today. Thankfully, the stream is back and it's stable, so I don't need the fiber optic internet that much. I still need it for video uploads, but for streaming, it's kind of fine. There's like few frame drops every now and then, but it's mostly fine. So I forgot that my scenes are set up for streaming and not for recording. Also, another thing that I did in my stream, I just simplified no music, because I was stressing about Spotify and music levels, and is it too loud, is it too, are the songs interesting, yada yada yada. And I got tired of listening to the same lo-fi songs. Like, they're drilled into my head. Someone in my chat said today, I'm gonna have PTSD, like when I'm older, if someone plays one of your songs, I'm just gonna start going in focus mode and starting to code. So yeah, I cleaned my setup that I don't use green screen. Previously, I had like a giant metal thing that you can pull out a green screen from it, and it was just sitting in the middle of the room. It was just cluttering the room. It's annoying, and I removed that. And now basically I have a scene where just like similar to this screen basically that I'm showing you, but I'm more in the corner, so you can just see this part of my face in the corner, and it looks better. It looks like it has a background behind me. Like, it gives more personality to the stream than just having I don't know, a green screen thing, which is sometimes glitchy and your hair is glitching out and nobody likes to see that. What was I saying? Yeah, cold turkey blocker. So let me just show you for a second. I'm going to go here in frozen turkey and in schedule block. This is unlocked, meaning I can decide, like, even now before the podcast to be like, oopsie daisy, like this is going to be unlocked, but we're going to lock it in a second. So I'm going to go with schedule blocks, and basically Here, this is my from 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. every morning. My computer is locked. On Sunday, it's completely locked. So on Sunday, I'm going to try to do a tech fast again. So no technology. And then every work day from Monday to, well, why not on Saturday? Like it should be also on Saturday from 4 p.m. Let's just draw that from 4 p.m. to 12. Okay, their editor thing is buggy, but whatever. From 4 to 12 on Saturday, basically on every day. Why isn't this on every day? On Saturday from 4 to 12, it should also be blocked. And now what I was trying to say is because I want to work out from 2 to 3 o'clock, I'm also going to lock my computer. I'm going to set an alarm 5 minutes before to know that, this is going to lock. And I won't be able to turn it off unless I uninstall it. Hopefully I won't uninstall it much. We'll see. So from 2 to 3 p.m. This is my workout time and my computer is going to automatically lock on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Actually, not on Wednesday because on Wednesday it's my day off, so I might need the computer for something else. I have no idea. I guess for Wednesday, the rule should be different. On Wednesday, I should remove this block here in the middle and I should remove... No, the block in the morning is fine. Like any day in the morning, I don't want to go early in the morning on the computer. Then I can just set it for a timer, lock it until... Let's just put it... until the end of the year, and then we're going to see. So until December 1st, 2024, and save it and lock it for 9 months. And this is going to be, it seems like scary thing to click. I agree on, but fuck it. It can be uninstalled at some point. Like eventually I want to give the password to my wife of the computer, which I've tried at some point. The problem is, like, if you make her the administrator, you won't be able to uninstall Cold Blocker or other apps. But then also you're not able to install or update some of your apps, especially when your computer needs sudo access and you need to do something with sudo. And then your wife has the password. And I might be in the middle of a stream installing a tool or trying to update something and whatever. And then it asks me for the administrator passwords and I won't be able to do that. So I don't know any other way to prevent an app from being uninstalled. But for now, I'll just try to be, sometimes it just takes a little bit to keep you disciplined, just so you don't do the stupid move, which is like, if I can go to my browser and do youtube.com, enter and watch YouTube, like it's easy. But if I need to uninstall Cold Turkey Blocker and deal with all of that shit, I'll be like, whatever, not worth it. And I'll continue working. So that's it. So what I said, at 2 o'clock, my computer didn't block. I was still in a stream and I couldn't solve like a nasty bug with workouts in Benji. And I was like, maybe not workout, maybe this, maybe that. And I was like 2 minutes later, I'm like, fuck it. The bug, like I kind of fixed it. I patched it. So it's like good enough. And I was like, I'm going to do the workout. I went to the gym. So I warmed up and I stretched. And then I started doing push-ups, and in the middle of like the 8th push-up, like stupid fucking brain reminds me, hey dude, remember that you woke up at 4:30? You don't have energy. And just like a switch, from like, I just fell flat and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I don't have energy. I woke up at 4:30, I feel shitty. And I was like, maybe I'm not gonna have strength to lift, but I went on the stepper machine and for 30 minutes I worked out while watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And laughed a little bit, just exhale through my nose. Like that's the level of laughter that you get in the show. Like you exhale from the nose and maybe once per episode you do like, interesting. So I did my workout. Yesterday I completed my walk. I said I'm going to complete my walk of 10,000 steps. I did complete that. My Benji is not maintained today because I woke up at 4:30 and everything has been, a little bit messy. So I haven't checked any of my habits. I'm still going to tell you what I've done and what I haven't done. I have no idea how I'm going to upload the podcast at the same time while talking about my day. And at the same time, I'm thinking like, who's going to watch this on a Saturday and who's going to watch this on a Sunday? So I'm kind of, postponing it, but then I have like a backlog of podcasts and on Monday I'll have to upload and I'll create a mess out of things, but maybe I'll just stagger them and delay them by one day until Wednesday. Cause like, whatever, dude, it doesn't matter. So what did I say? Tomorrow I did something. Yesterday, when I finished with work, we had lunch and we decided to surprise my mom for, 8th of March, basically for International Women's Day. And was not expecting us at all. And we are not the couple who is going places being unannounced, and people cannot come to our place without being announced before. So we were like, we're not even going to say anything. I went and I bought a bouquet, which I regretted not getting in the morning because I was like, who's going to get in the afternoon? It's fine. Dude, in the afternoon, there's like 15 people waiting outside and it was freezing. So anyway, we took that, went to their place, and I had this plan of leaving our daughter like in her car seat just in front of their door with the flowers just propped on the car seat, and then we ring the doorbell and we run and we hide on the side. And then my parents' face, dude, when they came out, like they're just looking, and it takes them a second to process because we don't visit randomly. Like we will announce 1 day or 2 days before. We don't go places to other people during the weekdays because it's like robot must do task, must finish everything during week. Like we act, which is, I've been mentioning that that's not good, and we're trying to break from the habit. So we're like, fuck it, let's just be spontaneous and live a little bit. So we decided to do that, and my parents just looking at her like it takes them a while to realize, holy shit, it's like, it's Stephanie, what the hell? And and they're just looking on the side, and they started laughing, and they're like, you guys are crazy. And my dad was like, I swear to God, for a few seconds I thought someone left a baby on our doorstep, and for a few seconds I just accepted in my mind that, well, we're gonna take care of this baby, what else we're gonna do? So that was freaking hilarious. So we did that, and then I looked at my steps and I had like 8,000. I'm like, well, time to take Mr. Cholesterol out. And that, for now, until, like, I was calling my dog that, but now I'm also that until I get my shit together. And I also didn't eat. My mom offered me with like healthy sweets and offered me with this and that and different snacks, and I said, no, I gotta take care of this cholesterol thing and see what the fuck is up with that. So that was yesterday, and I was finally happy. Like, I was talking to my wife about this, like taking a break from work thing, which I was doing. Today is like the third day that is going to happen. And I was like, my computer locks at 4 p.m., but I cannot get it out of my head. It's like hard, and I'm still thinking about work. And she's like, well, give it more time, and then you're going to feel different. And literally already on the day 2, I felt like, I cannot do it. It's fine if I do something else. And my father-in-law has been here for like 8 days at this point, 9 days. And we haven't done anything. Last time he was here, they were here for 2 months, and we were doing all sorts of shit every day, like projects, DIY, board game tables, like all sorts of shit together. And this time, I've been just completely, my wife feeds the baby, I go downstairs, I record the podcast, or I code on Benji Native, the native app for Benji. I should keep calling it the mobile app for Benji. I guess it's more familiar to people calling it mobile than the native app. If you tell your mom, hey, do you want me to install the native app? She's going to slap you and then make you some rice. I don't know. So yeah, yesterday night I felt like I know my father-in-law has wanted me to do things with him, but I keep, be like, yeah, maybe later, whatever. And then I was like, fuck it. There's nothing else to do. I mean, there's plenty of other things to do, but and I was like, hey, do you want to do something? So we started doing something, and I actually stayed until 11 because I told you my computers will lock, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be in bed at 10 because I can always do something else. So yesterday, finally, I had Christmas ornaments right here in this whole hallway, and it's fucking August, man. Like, relax. What are you doing? So I finally picked that up, cleaned it up, and we did a bunch of things together. And we made a task list. I made him like a physical task list of things we're going to do because I have to operate with task lists. He's 70 and he's forgetting things. And we're saying we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I'm like, let's just make a plan. This is what we're going to work on. And today I'm excited to spend at least, some time doing stuff like this is still work what we're doing, but it's such a nice break to the brain to do some like, I feel like these tech bros, bro, like this fucking industry, we're just reinventing things that are normal to normal people. I swear to God, like the thing that I'm talking about is fucking ridiculous. Like this new life hack that I found called spend time with your family. Wow, maybe I should write a fucking book about it. I've been just talking to my wife about this yesterday. It's like, I doubted that in any other industry, like people are so obsessed with working after work and working between, like a doctor comes home and he cannot fucking operate on patients. Right? He cannot, like a surgeon, cannot just continue his job at home unless he slices, like he finishes the chicken, he grabs the knife and he's like, you know what? Let's slice open my wife. I am a workaholic. I'm going to continue working. I get it. They maybe go to seminars twice per year, 3 times per year. They're not doing this like, I'm going to go visit 50 conferences. Maybe they're reading a medical book every once in a while, but no one is obsessed this much as tech bros with like, the reputation and Twitter, and let me see what people are saying, and am I left behind, and am I doing the right things, and just like constantly reading and upgrading. It's like a never-ending grind. Like I mentioned it before, we escaped the rat race just to enter another rat race, and this might be even worse. And I talked about it with my mom, and she was like, I don't think it's only the tech industry. It's like, if you have a private business, she was like, your dad was also like, they had a private business for so long, like he was fixing computers and shit, and he was also doing the same thing, basically. Like after work, customers will ring and it's like, oh, it's that guy's computer. Well, I don't want to leave him hanging. And I know it's like after hours, so it's a Saturday, it's a Sunday. Like he would just, even if he didn't fix the thing for the customer, like we would be out somewhere in nature and he would get the call. And then you would see his mood shift 360 just like my mood shift would be like if we're out and I read something on Twitter and a competitor or someone has done something, and I can be present in a moment, but my mind is already like, oh fuck, now I gotta do the thing. So it's very hard when you have your own business. It's nice that you're in control, but it's very hard to disconnect. So my dad has this dilemma right now. Should he open his own business in here? So he works at a company where it's like fixing computers and phones and screens and PlayStations and fixing a bunch of basically whatever you have broken, he can fix it. And he was also having he had a private business doing that before. And now he's thinking, if I open my own thing, he's hustling on the side, basically doing, he made like a Google Maps listing and a Fixly account and a bunch of other things to promote his business, but after hours, like after work. And he's been working on that, but he's like, I'm not sure if I want to do this full time again, because now I'm getting a full salary. And I do this only because I want to do it after work. I don't have to do it, because when you have your own business, some days you'll make revenue, some days you won't. And I'm like, holy shit, this is like the parallel here is like everyone that has their own business is going through the same shit. And sometimes, dude, it's fucking exhausting. So I've been pressuring a lot, like, come on, dude, you can do it, and we can do the thing, and whatever. And now I kind of get him, like, why he doesn't want to do it. It's not like the salary thing is going to last forever. Like his boss at any point might be like, you know what, you're fired. But I also get him why he doesn't want to go back to having his own private thing. So yeah, that was yesterday. We fixed a bunch of things with my father-in-law, went to sleep, didn't read, just straight up went to sleep, woke up in the morning, organized cables for a while. And I literally started a stream at 8 o'clock. I did a breakfast break at 12 o'clock. And then I continued streaming until it was gym time, took a shower, and now I'm here and I'm recording this. There's like 10 minutes left. So today I finished the fast, finally. I didn't measure the weight. I only had very light breakfast, not even proper carbs or anything, just eggs and veggies and a bunch of other shit. Pomodoros, let's see what Benji says here. Pomodoros. It says 5 hours and 47 minutes, which is finally close to correct, let's call it. I worked around 6 hours, so that's fine. And habits, they're not showable right now because today is empty and I don't want to waste time just checking through all the habits right now. But didn't do anything this morning except literally just drank water, and I did the workout and I had athletic greens, and that's it basically. I didn't go out with my dog. I finished the fasting. Yeah, yesterday it ended up like I showed you. Basically, I didn't do any extra things after the podcast yesterday. So we'll see how things will go from here. What else did I wanted to tell you? I wanted to tell you like how am I doing the podcast and shit. So I'm going to share the screen for a little bit and show you. Like I have this folder movies where OBS is recording all of the videos. And can you see the screen? You can see the screen. So this is the video from yesterday, from like 8th of March. And usually I have like videos when I'm trying to record something, but it's not good. So these are the ones with smaller size. So we delete that one. And this one, we name it Day 40 Raw. This is what I named them. And then I open Permute, which is like this app for converting videos and audio and whatever. And first thing I do is I convert this to an MP3 file. So this takes a while to be converted to an MP3 file. And then what I do is I wait for the MP3 file to be uploaded. So to be converted. So I wait for that. So basically the hardest part here is just opening Adobe Premiere and joining the audio and the video. So I'm going to take this file and just drag it over here to the side that you cannot see. And then I'm going to move that side to you here on the left. So I'm using this Adobe Enhanced Speech. I delete the file from yesterday. Of course, this breaks because it's a multi-billion-dollar company, right? It's like they don't have to fix their CSS and shit. It's all right. If they can ship this, you can also ship your shitty SaaS. It's fine. So I drag this file here. You can also upload videos, but the video that I just showed you, this is like 11 gigabytes. And with my internet, you're going to get Kitze in 2044. So we wait for that to be done. And meanwhile, what I'm going to do is I opened Whisper Transcription. So this is an app for doing audio transcriptions. And I just take the MP3 and I dump it in here just so I can know what did I talk about, because I need to put a description on YouTube and I need to put a description in the freaking, what do you call it? The audio thing on Transistor FM. And this is not super highly accurate, but it takes like a few minutes and then that transcription is going to be done. And I can just skim through it and be like, oh yeah, I talked about this, and I find the most interesting topics and I just put them in a bulleted list. And that's it. So next thing I do here is I generate a thumbnail. So I open the terminal, which I don't like using, but I made this script for making thumbnails. So basically, what I'm doing here is going to the thumbnailer folder and doing node thumbnailer, and I drag this MP4 file into here. And what this does, and I think this is a bad idea to do while I'm recording the podcast, but fuck it, let's just try what's going to happen, because this is a large video and it kind of blocks the computer. So what's happening here is instead of making a cringy thumbnail face every time, like and you never believe what happened face, right? I just take random 20 screenshots from this video, and I usually pick the one that looks like I'm still and I'm not moving, and then I'll take that one and I'll convert it into my thumbnail. You see how. Meanwhile, while that's going on, like the transcript is ready, so I take that and export it. That's the full transcript. I'm not going to read it now, and I usually want to save it as a text file, so I go here in day 40 and I put the day 40 transcript like that, and just save it as a text file. And now I have the transcript. I can close this whisper thingy. And where the fuck did I save that, dude? I think my computer just stops completely getting blocked. Whenever it's generating the thumbnails, it's like completely blocked. So meanwhile, the audio is getting enhanced in the background. I'm moving the transcript to the side. Now I'm going to pull back this thing here and go to the podcast. So this is how my thingy looked like for organizing the podcast. So I'm going to go to day 40 here, and this is like my intro automatically generated. I have this button, add intro and outro, which automatically adds the intro, and you see the things that I'm reading every day. And now what I'm going to do here is the title. I have to figure out a title for yesterday's episode, which, what the hell was I talking about yesterday? I have no idea. I'll just write starting battling with productivity. I don't know. Thumbnail title is the thingy that I put in the thumbnail. So I don't know. I will win this. Sometimes I just come up with random shit because it doesn't fucking matter. These are the things that I've been talking about yesterday. Yesterday I didn't have, like, the day script was just only 3 things. Usually previously I was preparing more, so my day script was just more things. And now what I can do is drag this transcript file into here. And when the thumbnail is down, I'll drag it into here. And let's see if the audio file is done, because that's the crucial thing for moving things forward. So if this is done, I click on this and I go, and like my entire computer is lagging. So maybe this is not a good idea. So what I do is I download the enhanced file, and basically it's almost done to be like. Doing an audio version of a podcast is so easy because you don't have to think about so many things. And I get it why so many people do audio only, because you don't need to prepare. You don't need for your office to look in a certain way, the background, the lights. Like, you don't need to look presentable or whatever. You just need a microphone. You dump this thing into Adobe Enhanced Speech. It enhances it for you. And then you just upload it on Transistor. You write a little title, description, and you're done. But when you do the video thing, like, there's more things to be done. And YouTube requires more attention and a thumbnail and a bunch of other shit, which podcasts usually don't need. So the thumbnails are being generated. The file, the enhanced file, I think it's done. So I'm going to drag it into here and show you the screen again. So this is day 40 enhanced, and now we need to add an intro to it. So previously I was wasting time in an audio editor, just adding the intro and exporting as an MP3 file. But now what I do is I just go to, well, this terminal is going to take a while. As you can see, it's just snapshotting random pictures. So we're going to wait for a second for all the thumbnails to be generated. I don't know why is it doing that much. Like, probably this is some bug in my script or whatever. Like, what the fuck is... Like, there's thing. Okay, cool. So this is done. So meanwhile, I'm going to do this and do node. I'm going to go to podcast intro and do node index.js and basically programmatically append an intro to this podcast. So this is going to, we're going to wait a little bit, and it's going to take the enhanced file and just append the intro sound in the beginning. I probably should convert these things into products on their own, because a lot of people might need this instead of wasting time. So now finally what we're going to do, we're going to go back here. We're going to go to Transistor, and we're going to go and create a new episode, and we're going to call it day 40. Meanwhile, I will just dump this. This time I didn't listen to it because I have like 4 minutes left to finish this. So let's see if I can... battling with productivity, that's going to be the title. I'm going to add it here. This time I don't have time for no shows in description, which doesn't matter right now. Like, I have to rush a little bit and open Adobe Premiere. I'm definitely not going to upload the episode on video, sadly, but at least I'll upload it on audio. So on audio is done. I just click save and publish now. And then I take this link, basically the Transistor link, and I put it into Coda like that. Where is the Transistor link? Let's just undo that. Here's the title. So now as soon as I have the YouTube link, like, this button will be enabled. So this allows me to tweet my tweet as a template instead of writing my tweet all the time. And it's disabled until all the fields are ready. And unfortunately today I rushed things and I started recording a little bit too late, so things won't be ready. Let me show you how I do the thumbnail in the few minutes that I have left. So I'm going to go here and open the thumbnails and see all the faces that I made. So I'm going to see them as icons and just zoom into this and see what I look like and just try to pick a thumbnail. This one doesn't look bad. This one maybe? Yeah, this one is kind of good. So for the sake of example, we can go with, or this one. Like, I'm thinking remove background. So I'm taking the thumbnail along with the background, just dump them on my temporary shelf thingy on the right, which you cannot see on the screen. Then we go to the thumbnail maker, And in the thumbnail maker, I open, yeah, there's my thumbnail, font, gitu, whatever is happening here. This is going to show me a bunch of ads because I'm not paying for Photopea, and you cannot ad block it because reasons. I don't think that I can show you this because the layers are not showing, or are they going to show? Where are the layers, dude? I don't have time. Come on, layers, they are the layers. So I drag the two files, at least let's do the thumbnail. I drag the two files, I upload this like that, and then I delete this and I put this on the bottom layer and I delete this. And what did I call this? I am gonna win. Gone with the wind, whatever. So we're gonna move this. Sorry for people listening to audio, like I'm just improvising this one. So I'm gonna export this as JPEG, and I'm gonna write the size here, looking at all of these ads, dude. Gonna go back to my folder, call it here, download it, like, no, this is in download, shit, I'm in the wrong folder. This should be in movies, 8th of March, and maybe I'll even upload it to YouTube because fuck it. So I'm gonna do that, and then last minute, I have to turn off this podcast and then I'll just upload it to YouTube last minute. You're just watching my